So guys, today we are going to have a very interesting topic, and I want you guys just to sit down and please listen to this video. Watch this video to the end. And today's video, I'll be talking from my experience, not just something that I sat down and I said, let me talk about it without knowing what I'm talking about. And to be honest, I was that person who never believed dating online. And I was like, the online love is fake, it's not true. So guys, first I'm going to start on my journey when I decided now I want to get out of my country, like I want to travel somewhere else. I don't want, it's not like I didn't want to live in Kenya, but because of the situations like lack of job and everything else, enough capital and all that, then I decided I have to maybe travel to another country, and the country which was in my mind was coming to German. And so I sat down and I was like, which way, what am I going to use for me to go there and maybe look for a job and become successful. It's the mind of every person, the ones who want to go outside their countries. You're like, I'm going to do this and I want to do this back at home and everything else. So you make all the plans and you get all the answers. You make all the calculations and you're like, yes, when I get there, I'm going to do this and this and this. So I started the journey of coming to German, that mind. And I was like, I am going to go there through job. And if maybe I'm going to get someone to marry me, then we are going to date face to face. We are going to be meeting and so on. Not the online thing. I never believed dating online. I was that person like, there is no love in online. I will just be lying to this person, and I was that person that I don't want to hurt somebody's feelings, and I come here through that person, and maybe it's not working or it will not work, and then I have to move on or to leave this person after this person has spent a lot on me. So I decided to find a job, and I was looking. First, I started with the au pair thing. I got the family. I went to the embassy. I'll be first on this part so that it is not going to take a lot of your time. So I started with the au pair. I got the family. It never took so long, and they sent me the papers. That time I had started also learning the German language, and then I got the certificate. And when I got this family, I went to the embassy, but then I was not given the visa. Then I went back. I started looking for volunteer because before then, this lady decided to invite me through her own company, and then I went back to the embassy, but they refused because for them they said I did not have the working experience, so they could not give me the visa. So I decided to look for this volunteer. My aim was to get here, work, and maybe by God's will, I date someone, and then maybe I get married. As I said, I did not believe in dating online. So, when I continued with this, everything was taking time. And also, I tried also to look how I could come here through studies so that maybe my aim was to get the visa and to get to Germany, and then the rest will work out. So I could not afford the terms because I needed to advance more in the studies, the German language. I needed the B2, and also I needed to have 10,000 euro in my account. In Kenya, I had never had 100,000 Kenyan shillings in my account. Yeah, I'm going to be really, and I will always be real in this channel. There are no lies. So I said, okay, now I have not gotten the au pair work. I did not get the visa, and I can't go back to applying it because obviously they will not grant me the visa. and I'm not going I could not be able to come here through studies because their demands were so high, and also I had to look for a school, which was also difficult. I had no relative in German. So now one day I sat down. I really sat down, and now I decided, or I started to describe what I talked with God. And not that before I was not praying, I was really praying. And also I remember for the visa, for the au pair visa, and all the other everything else, I was fasting, I was praying. But if maybe God doesn't want you to use this certain way, then even if you try hard, it's not going to happen. Because for me, in my mind, I don't know about the other people, but maybe if I had come through the work I was planning to, maybe things could not have been good with me. Maybe something bad or something, I don't know. There could be maybe so many frustrations and everything else. And so God said, no, you are not going to go this place through this way you want. And he was like, I'm just waiting for you to decide what you want, or for this thing to come to your mind, so that you start praying over it, and then me, God, your Father in heaven, I will answer this one. And so I sat down and I was like, now God, I have tried this means and it's not working. Now I need a husband. I remember very well, I prayed and I told him, then give me that person, that I'm not just going to use this person to go to this country, because my head was made up. I'm going there and not in any other country. Even when my German teacher was telling me, hey, you can use the Austria, you can use the Switzerland, and then after you bridge to German, because that's where your head is. And he was like, the Austria and the Switzerland, it's very easy, and then now you can find a way to bridge in. And I remember I had a friend, this lady we met also in school, and also we met again also going to apply for the visa. And we were both trying to come to Germany, but she also failed like me, as she did not get the visa. But when she tried to go to another place, another neighboring country, I don't want to mention, she got the visa, but then she could not bridge in to come here. She settled to that country. So I was like, I have been in Kenya. That the reason, the whatever I gave the teacher, I told him, I have been in Kenya for all my life. Tanzania is not far from me, Uganda, and I have never been in this country. So how am I going to be able to bridge into these countries, although it's maybe free when I have the permit to stay in one of the countries? It's easier for me to go to the other. But still, how will I be able to go to somewhere where I don't even know someone? At least it's better that I start there than now start in another country, and then now I have to I have another stress, like I need to move there, I need to move to this country. So that's also for me was another process. It may not be easy, because first you need also accommodation and everything else. Okay, so the dream of coming through work and through studies fade away like it was not going to be possible. And I told God, now I need you to give me my better half. That's what I said. I want you to give me that person that you created for me, because I know there is one, and I know that I don't want someone that I'm going just to use to go there, and then after I leave that person and do my own things. No, I need someone that person will respect me, I will respect him. He will take me the way I am, and I will accept him the way he is. He will accept me the way I am. And also I described the kind of person I wanted. Oh my God. I really described. And I said what I wanted. And to be honest, I don't know, and if I'm wrong, may God forgive me, but really God answers prayers. If you describe what you want, and it's also in within, you have good intentions, God is going to give you that person that you are looking for. So maybe you've been looking for something else, and that is not what God wants you to look. God has something else for you. Just sometimes sit down and listen to the voice of God. I would say that God talks to every person. God communicates. And sometimes you may have some thoughts and you feel like they are your own thoughts. Maybe you can have some thoughts because you've been thinking of that thing of you, or you've been wishing on for that thing, or something, you've been afraid of something, and then that thing comes to your mind. But there are that rare thought, there is that rare thing that comes. It doesn't come now and it keeps on knocking. Like you will feel it, it goes and it will come back again, or you will feel it, it goes, and when you are trying to do something, this thought will come back to you. It's like a reminder, hey, you can do this and not this, you can be this and not that. So sometimes we get communication. Don't mind my hair. Sometimes you have that information in you, but maybe you are afraid, or you don't trust yourself, or you think just it's just a mere thinking. Especially when you just pray, sometimes just describe it, and in the process of doing that, leave. If you are doing something which is not pleasing before God, you should leave it and focus yourself in Him. There is nothing impossible before God. I believe and trust that He is a God, is an able God, is a God who does miracles, is a God who answers prayers, is a merciful God, is a faithful God, is a what do I say? Also, he is everything. He is very good. Also, he listens to us, and he's just there waiting for you to pray and be humble and just be kind, be you, and trust him. Just trust him and let him work magic on your life. So yeah, I trusted God, and He really gave me that person I was asking for, and it never took a lot, as though it never took long. It was tack tack. It was just like this. Imagine it. It never took months. It never took years. When I said, "Okay, God, give me that person that you've created for me," and we met online. I did not believe in online. We met online. I decided to come to online, to get to online, and I faked my location, and that's how I got my husband. We met. Of course, in between, I got people, but for me, I needed someone, and when I got him, I was like, he is the person I want. And the description as what I wanted. Yeah, and then I traveled to Kenya. We met once. He met my family, and now I moved to Germany, and we got married at the registry of German here office here in Germany. So yeah, God answers prayers, and He will never put us in shame. Like, He's a faithful God. He's merciful. He's loving. He's caring. He's everything. He's everything good. So just trust God, believe in Him, have faith, and yeah, the rest will be history. When God has answered your prayers, don't forget to share and to also encourage other people that they should also trust in God and have faith, and also be patient, because patience pays. Yeah, that was today's video.